Hello everyone, today we are doing something interesting in kinematics. Now you have a car that is traveling on a straight road through a traffic light X at 90 meters per second. Its acceleration t seconds after passing X is a equals to 20 minus 8t. Now we are then going to determine whether it is traveling towards or away from a traffic light X when it is traveling at maximum speed. Now there are two key phrases to take note of. Number one, traveling away or towards. And for this, we need to find the velocity and displacement equations to help us understand where exactly did this happen. Now, more on that later. Now, in the next key phrase to take note is when it is traveling at maximum speed. Now, if we can find the value of t at which the maximum speed occurs, it will tell us when exactly did this situation happen. So let's try to find the velocity equation first by integrating a with respect to t. Now I've placed a chart over here for you to refer to the relationship between displacement, velocity, and acceleration. Now v is equals to 20t minus 4t squared plus c. And remember to put c as an arbitrary constant over here, as this is an indefinite integral. Now to get c, all we need to do is to make use of the information in the question. Notice that at t equals to 0, or when you first start the stopwatch, it passes through x at 90 meters per second. Now substitute these values into the velocity equation, and c is simply 90. Thus, this is the velocity equation. Now let's try to find when exactly did the maximum speed happen. So at maximum speed, we differentiate the velocity v with respect to t and equate that to 0. Now you can think about the concept of maximum and minimum points on the graph. So at a maximum point, dy over dx is equals to 0. Now this is also similar in this case. For a maximum speed, you can differentiate v with respect to t and equate that to 0. And solving that equation, we will then have t is equals to 2.5. So this is where we can substitute t equals to 2.5 into the velocity equation. Now if the velocity is positive, we will know that it is traveling in a positive direction, but it doesn't fully tell us if it is moving toward or away from x. So let's try to find the displacement of the car now from x to help us determine this. To get displacement, integrate v once with respect to t, and we have 10t squared minus 4 over 3t cubed plus 90t plus d, where d is an arbitrary constant. Now to get d, simply substitute t equals to 0, and s is equals to 0, and thus v is also equals to 0. Now with this expression of displacement, let's find out the position of the car at t equals to 2.5. So it is 266 over 3 meters from x. Since s is also positive, the car is located on the right-hand side of x, and with a positive velocity along this straight road, we can thus conclude that the car is moving away from x at the point when t is equals to 2.5 seconds. And this is where the maximum speed happens. Now I do hope you have learned something from this video. If you have any questions or comments, do leave them down in the comments box below, and thank you so much for watching.